Hey guys, I have a question for you today. Why are you settling? Why? You know that one thing in your life that you know is not conducive to your goals, your dreams, or even who you are. You know that one thing in your life that you know isn't right and you should be settling for, that you should be setting up some boundaries in that area of your life. Why are you settling? Why are you allowing it? It will continue as long as you allow it. Well, let's talk about some specific situations. Let's say you want to be married. That's always been a desire of yours, but you're living with a person as if you're married to them. You're giving them husband or wife privileges without the actual marriage. You're setting yourself up to actually never get married, but you're also sending the wrong message to that person. You know, dating is one thing, but, a marriage is something completely different. So be very careful about not setting boundaries, waiting until the marriage has occurred before you give that treatment that you would give to a husband or wife. Or say the person has proposed to you and you're engaged, but you've been a fiance for years. That's usually a sign or indication that the marriage probably won't ever happen as long as you allow the situation. As long as they can still get everything that they're going to have in the marriage without actually getting married, some people will actually continue that as long as you'll let it go. So, set some standards and boundaries. What if you're in a marriage and your spouse is abusive? Verbally abusive, physically abusive, emotionally abusive, sexually abusive, just abusive in any shape, form, or fashion. And you are allowing it because they're your husband or wife. That's not okay. That's not what marriage is. So why are you settling for it? You have to insist that your spouse get some help. The two of you need to be in marital counseling. That person may even need to go to some treatment outside of you or outside of the marriage to get some help with whatever situation they're dealing with. Either that or you need to get yourself in a safe place. If you want to talk further about that, you can inbox me, email me, and, we can talk about that, carmelbrowncounseling.com. You can contact me through my website. The other thing is, what if you're in a marriage with someone who couldn't care less, whether or not you're next to them, whether or not you talk to them, whether or not they go to sleep with you every night and wake up to you every morning. They couldn't care less. They just continue on like that's normal, that's okay. They're totally fine with it. If you're married to someone who doesn't care if you're there or not, what is the point of being married? Why are you settling for that? To just be somebody's roommate? That's not okay. That's not healthy. That's not what marriage is. You don't just get married to share bills and responsibilities. You should be connected with each other on a daily basis. If you're married to someone who allows an ongoing, constant disconnect, you're not in a real marriage. So there's counseling for that as well. So once again, let me know if you want to talk further about that. In addition, let's talk about jobs. Why are you settling for a job in which it has nothing to do with your purpose, nothing to do with your goals, your desires? Why are you in that? Why are you in that? You're just paying the bills. You're miserable. You're unhappy. You don't feel purposeful in your life. There's a job out there that's connected to who you are, connected to your purpose. Maybe you should talk to a job coach about trying to get some help about figuring out what that job might be. Okay, so that you can work a job that's connected to who you are and what your God-given purpose is. Let's talk about friendships. Why are you in a friendship with people who are jealous of you, who don't even like you, and who are controlling? People who make you feel bad. Why are you settling for that? Why aren't you setting up boundaries? That's not what friendship is. If you leave your friends or get off the phone with your friends and you feel bad all the time, you feel worse than you did when you actually connected with them or when you actually got on the phone with them, then that is a sign that it's an unhealthy friendship. So get out of these unhealthy friendships, unhealthy jobs, unhealthy relationships, and unhealthy marriages. Now, when it's a marriage, I encourage you to try before you get out of a marriage. I don't encourage divorce. However, I do say, what is the point in being married if it's unhealthy? Okay. So try to get some help first, but you can only try to get help for so long sometimes, and you can only communicate with a person so long. And if you've communicated and the person still isn't getting it, or they're still not responding, or they choose to not make any changes, then you might have some decisions to make. And some people might say, well, how long do you wait? Well, there is no time frame, but I'll tell you what, when you get to that point, you will know it. No one will be able to convince you otherwise. You will know you are done. When you get to that point, you will know you're done. You will get up one day and say, you know what? This is it. I've done this too long. I cannot do it another day. And nobody will be able to convince you otherwise. I don't care if you've been putting up with it for 20 years or 20 days. When that day comes, when that moment comes, you will know. And nobody will be able to change your mind. Okay, so hey, that's all I got for you today. CarmelBrownCounseling.com. If you have any questions, you can email me. Hey, have a wonderful, wonderful day and a wonderful week. See ya.